Namaste, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time zone you are in right now. My name is Subarna. I am your mindset coach, your mentor, and the one to tell you that you are so much more than what you think of yourself. So, I am here to help you to become the best version of yourself. Okay? So, let's get started. Let me ask you something today. What is that one thing you have been carrying in your heart for way too long? It may be a person, it may be a memory, it may be a toxic habit of you that you always wanted to get rid of. It may also be the version of you that you always knew that wasn't you, that wasn't the authentic version of yourself. And no matter how hard you try, it still doesn't go easily. Just like a song that is stuck in your head and it keeps on repeating. So today we are diving deep into this topic of letting go. What it really means, why is it so important to let go, and how you can finally do it without even feeling like you are losing a part of yourself. And by the end of this video, you might feel much lighter. So, what letting go actually is, okay? Let's talk about what it really means, all right? Letting go, it doesn't mean that you forgot something, or it doesn't mean that you have ignored something, or it doesn't mean that you don't care about it, okay? It's way beyond that, all right? We have often heard this, people saying that, just let it go. And the moment you hear this, you probably think that I would have if I could, isn't it? So the truth of letting go is that it's not about forgetting. It's also, not about saying that I don't care anymore. All right. When deep inside, when deep down, you still do care. Right? Because if you wouldn't be caring at all, you wouldn't be saying that even. Letting go is about, releasing your grip on something that you can't control anymore. Okay? And, it's like saying that this chapter is closed now. I am ready to make a peace with my life. And peace does not come easily, my dear. Peace is not that easy. You have to work on yourself. So जब हम let go बोलते हैं या तो let go कर लिया हम लोगों ने, I have moved on, I don't want to talk about it, or I just don't care about it बोलते हैं, तो deep inside we still do care, we still haven't let go of it, we still are holding on to it in some other way. All right? And you know what? That doesn't mean that the chapter did not happen in your life, or it wasn't important in your life. Okay? It just means that the story is over and you deserve to move forward in your life. Okay? You understand your responsibility towards yourself, and you are now ready to release that past memory, that past version of yourself, and you are ready to move forward. Now, why is it important to let go? Let go करना इतना ज़रूरी क्यों है? Let go किए बिना भी तो लोग, they are living their best life. They are living their, in their most happiest, version of their self, isn't it? But do you think people really let go and people are really living their best life? Here's the truth. So when we say, when we don't let go, what we are doing is we are not just holding on to it, but we are actually living in it. Right? Because our mind is wired in such a way that, हम लोग actual में let go नहीं कर रहे होते हैं. It's just that with times हमारा जो visual और हमारा जो, auditory and जो हमारा, kinesthesia जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, sensations, और वो हमारा जो with time के साथ ना थोड़ा blur हो जाता है, blurry हो जाता है. but it doesn't mean that it is completely wiped out. Okay, वो थोड़ा blur हो जाता है, and it is still there, the root is still there. वो root जब तक जड़ा, जब तक है ना वहाँ पे, that's when you should realize that, baby, it's still there, you haven't yet let go of it completely, so you still need to work on yourself. All right, so वो पूरी तरीके से ना वो अभी भी completely wiped out नहीं हुआ है, उसका root still there, root still, it is there, and you need to work on that root. All right, and when we don't let go completely, what happens is like, it's like, you are driving a car, but you are focusing on that camera, sorry, not camera, what do you call that, we are focusing on that rear view mirror, जो साइड में मिरर होता है ना, उसमें फोकस कर रहे हैं हम लोग, एंड उसको देख के हम लोग मैंने गाड़ी चला रहे हैं. सो व्हाट हैपेंस देन इज कि हम पास्ट, सॉरी, हम पास्ट में ज्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं, जो चला गया है उसको ऑलरेडी फोकस कर रहे हैं, एंड व्हेन वी फोकस ऑन द थिंग्स दैट इज ऑलरेडी गॉन, वी मिस आउट ऑन द टर्न्स एंड द ब्यूटीज एंड द अपॉर्चुनिटीज दैट इज कमिंग ऑन अ वे, दैट इज कमिंग टुवर्ड्स us. We miss out on all the beauties, on all the opportunities. So do you think that, we are justifying our life, we are living our life to our best? No. So we need to understand this, that let go karna na, it's like working on the root cause of your triggers. Okay, because जब हम लोग लेट गो कर रहे होते हैं तो वी ऑफन मिसअंडरस्टैंड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ लेटिंग गो, कि हम लोग मूव ऑन कर लिए हैं, ओ आई जस्ट डोंट केयर अबाउट इट एंड आई जस्ट डोंट वांट टू टॉक अबाउट इट. तो अगर हम लोग कंप्लीटली लेट गो कर चुके हैं, देन लेट मी आस्क यू समथिंग, कि व्हाई इज इट लाइक इफ समबडी कम्स एंड triggers you, by talking about that old past memory, or by talking about that old past version of you, that or that any toxic habit you were indulged into, आप उसी moment में trigger हो जाते हो. Somebody comes and triggers you, और trigger हो जाता है आपको, and again you fall into that loop. आपका वो टॉक्सिक बिहेवियर, टॉक्सिक पैटर्न फिर से स्टार्ट हो जाता है. सो व्हाई इज इट लाइक दैट? अगर आपने कंप्लीटली लेट गो कर लिया है, तो कोई जब आके वो बात करता है आपको, दैट मोमेंट, व्हाई डू यू गेट ट्रिगर्ड? व्हाट कैन बी द रीजन? और रीजन एक ही है कि इट्स स्टिल देयर बेबी. ऑलराइट, तो रूट में काम करना पड़ता है इसके लिए हमको, एंड वहाँ ना जब हम लोग रूट पे काम नहीं कर रहे होते ना, तो उस टाइम क्या होता है कि इट्स जस्ट लाइक दैट, एक डेड रैट के ऊपर ना आपने ना उसको ना कंप्लीटली घर से निकाला नहीं है, उसको आपने वाइप आउट नहीं किया है, उसको जस्ट आपने थोड़ी देर के लिए ना वो चादर ढक दिया था. ओके, चादर ढक दिया था, एंड विद टाइम्स यू फॉरगॉट इट, एंड यू थॉट दैट दैट डेड रैट इज नो मोर देयर इन योर हाउस, इन योर रूम, और विद टाइम्स वो ना इट स्टार्ट्स स्टिंकिंग. ऑलराइट, तो स्टिंक करने के बाद फिर आपको पता लगता है, एंड वो इतना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट होने लग जाता है कि इट विल स्टार्ट इम्पैक्टिंग यू, इट विल स्टार्ट इम्पैक्टिंग द पीपल अराउंड यू. ऑलराइट, so that is the reason it is so important to let go of anything that you have been carrying on to your heart, that you have been carrying on to your shoulder for so long. That is why. And the other reason is, when you are trying to walk on a path, when you are trying to move ahead and you are carrying a heavy backpack, okay, and that backpack is full of stones. Each stones, they are a representation of your past mistakes, they are a representation of your toxic behavior, your past memories, your resentment, your bitterness, your grudges, all the negativity that you have been holding on inside your heart for way too long. और जब आप उतना ज़्यादा heavy emotions, heavy backpack के साथ चल रहे होते हो ना, तो what happens? It simply slows down your journey. It hinders your growth, it hinders your progress, और आप कहीं भी नहीं पहुंच रहे हो. It's simply just like, you are running on a treadmill, okay? You're running on a treadmill where you are not reaching anywhere. You're just running and running and running, but you are not reaching anywhere. तो ये होता है हम जब let go नहीं करते हैं completely. And sometimes it, when people comes and triggers you, you get triggered, and वो again surface पे आ जाता है, and you get agitated, and toxicity हो जाता है फिर. Toxic pattern में you again will keep on falling in that loop, in that cycle. That is the reason it's so important to let go, my dear. It's not just breathing in and breathing out, okay? It means that past memory does not have a grip on you at all. It means that you have decided to choose yourself, you have decided to choose your peace. You are choosing yourself this time. You have decided to make a peace with yourself. You have decided to take that bold, that courageous decision, that step towards a new you, towards the authentic version of you, and you are no more holding on to that toxic pattern anymore. That does not have a grip on you now. This is what let go is. Okay? Now, when we say let go, or when you actually, let go, you don't lose yourself. Instead, you are finding yourself. You are finding a whole new you, the authentic you, the raw you. All right? You are not losing yourself. You are becoming whole, complete, and you take 100% responsibility to bring the best out of your life. Okay? Where you meet the lighter, the freer, the calmer, the more open version of yourself that was buried deep inside under all that heaviness, under all that weight. Now comes the how. So let's talk about the how part. Now don't skip this part, because this part is going to be the most important part of this overall video, okay? So number one is acknowledge yourself, acknowledge it fully. Acknowledge your mistake, acknowledge that yes, it would I don't feel good, and yes, it hurts me. Yes, I think I wish it went differently, but I still accept myself. Acknowledge yourself, become aware of your own mistake. Okay, awareness is something, guys, which plays a very important role in our life, in our overall well-being, in our in all areas, in all aspects of our life. Awareness is something which is very, very, very crucial, which is very important. Okay, so when you become aware of your emotion, when you become aware of yourself, when you become aware of your thought, of your trigger, that is the moment when it starts losing its grip. You just have to be in that observer mode. Just observe your pattern. Okay, observe your thought and observe what is that trigger, what is it that is triggering you, or what it is that is repeating in your mind. All right, how are you feeling at that specific moment? Okay, when you observe it, something starts shifting. It loses its grip, and you will start feeling more powerful. You just don't have to react on every little thing that comes to you. You just don't have to react on everyone that comes to you and throws their bullshit upon you. You just have to become aware about what is going inside you. Okay, be in that observer moment. Be in that observer mode and just become aware about it. Okay, now when you are not ready to let go of it, when you still hold on to something, when you can't release it, when you refuse to face it, you can't release it. Okay, you have to face it. That's why people also say that face the fear. When you start facing it, when you start looking into it, it starts changing its form. Okay, it starts changing, it starts shifting into something else. So start observing it, and don't observe, okay? I mean, don't ABSORB, but do OBSERVE. Okay, all right. So now let's talk about step number 2. Okay, step number 2 is ask. Start asking question to yourself. Start asking to yourself that, is this helping me grow, or is this keeping me stuck? Start asking question to yourself. Okay, because when you start asking question to yourself, this is how our subconscious mind works. Okay, again, when you ask question, your subconscious mind starts working towards the answer, or working towards finding the answer, because subconsciously वो हमारा अपना सबकॉन्शियस बिलीफ रहते हैं बहुत सारे जो हमको स्टक रखते हैं, एंड आवर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड ऑलवेज हैव द आंसर टू ऑल आवर क्वेश्चन. Okay, so when you ask question to yourself, your subconscious mind is someone who is going to give you that answer. Ask as much question to yourself as much as you can, okay? Start asking this. Is it working in my favor, or is it working against me? Is it keeping me stuck, or is it helping me grow? Start asking this question to yourself. Do this repeatedly. Do this every day, all right? Because the answer to all our question is already inside. It's already within us. It's just that we are not aware about it. So that's why in the first step, I told you to become more aware about it, all right? When you start becoming aware, when you start questioning your own reality, that's when the subconscious mind gets activated and it starts, working towards finding the answer. This is your reality check, okay? This is your reality check. Okay? Step number 3 is very important again. In step number 3, what we are going to do is, now we have created a space, okay? After we became aware, after we after we start asking questions to ourselves, somehow we'll get the answer, okay? And now when we are doing that, it starts losing its grip. I told you, right? Now it is creating a space. It is creating a space for you, okay? Now space to hai, khali ho gaya, all right? Space khali ho gaya, to fir what will happen is you'll start feeling empty. You'll start feeling empty, completely empty feel hona start ho jayega again aapko, and you'll start feeling that void inside you, wo khalipan, wo sunapan again start hoga aapka fir se, and then you'll start falling into that same pattern again if you don't work on yourself again, all right? So how do we do that? Let's start, okay? So जब वो स्पेस वहाँ पे खाली हो जाता है ना, तो what we need to do is we have created a space. Now most often यहाँ पे गलती करते हैं लोग, okay? Listen to this very carefully. When that space is empty, okay, as soon as the space is empty, what people do is they again, without any delay, they again will jump into another toxic relationship. They will again jump into another toxic habit. They'll again jump into another toxic behavior, another toxic cycle, another toxic patterns. This is where they fail again, and they again mess around with their life. Again they mess up their life. So जब ये खाली हो जाता है space, तो we will not jump into any other toxic behavioral pattern. Instead, what we are going to do here is we are trying to fill that gap with a new habit, with a new skill, with a new hobby, with a new creativity, all right? There are so many creative ideas, like it may be from your childhood, okay? आपको maybe हो सकता है कि childhood में आपका hobby था कि you like playing some instruments like guitar, or some of you might have that habit or hobby of dancing or singing. Some of you are fond of cooking. Some of you are fond of doing makeup. There is so much more. Some of you are fond of traveling. There are so many, there are a number of ideas, okay? So you will start developing a new skill, a new habit, a new hobby, and you will try to fill that space with a new skill, okay? With a new habit. That is what we are going to do. वो जगह खाली नहीं होना चाहिए, वो जगह फिल होना चाहिए as soon as possible. Some of you are very interested in going to gym. You can also start doing yoga. You can also start doing meditation. You can also start, jogging and all, morning walk, exercise. There are so many things, guys. You can pick up any one and you can start doing it. All right? Jump नहीं करना है. You will not jump into any other habit, into any other toxic patterns, okay? You will fill it with a new empowering and productive ideas, creativity and habits, okay? तो जब हम लोग ये feel करते थे ना, तो you'll start feeling whole, you'll start feeling so so much lighter, and this is where letting go becomes a beautiful journey, okay? Letting go does not always mean that you forgot, okay? It means that you remember it, but without the pain of it. आपको वो याद आता है, but the pain does not remain there. The pain is not there, okay? It means that you are honoring your past and you are making a peace with your past without even being clinged to it, without even being chained to it. And let me tell you one thing, you can't receive what's meant for you if your hands are still holding on to what's not for you. So if you found value in this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today, and let me know in the comment that what is that one thing you are ready to let go of today and be the best version of yourself and free yourself, release yourself, and be that whole and that complete version of yourself. Do subscribe to my channel, because that is something which inspires me, which gives me that spike of motivation to show up and to bring an amazing life-changing content for you people. So this was it for today, and I hope you like this video, and see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, namaste, take care everyone.